Hello Reformers and welcome back to Pendor. Now, when we left off, we had just finished hunting some vassals, but actually I don't think the Bane of Bread has finished. Now obviously, I'm referencing the fact that Hovis is actually a type of bread in England, and if you missed that episode, then obviously you'll know now. And, the way I'm pronouncing Bane of Hovis, obviously, adding the "the" on the beginning is, just a formality, and it's actually bread, because Hovis, you can Google it anyway, if you so desire. Anyway, now, this is a vassal with 134 units or something, and he was actually really close to us when I was finishing the previous episode, and I thought to myself, it might be a nice idea to tackle this guy. Now, obviously, I do have a bit of damage taken, which is kind of sad, but I didn't really want him to escape, because if you can think about this for a second, we can potentially attack this guy, limit the amount of vassals that are running around and everything. Now, obviously, he has a full 135 units on the battlefield, which, well, is a bit intimidating. But yeah, if we can limit the amount of vassals on the battlefield, or shall we say the world map, then we will have a much, much friendlier time of things when it comes to actually, attempting a siege. Because obviously, yes, I know, I did actually see a comment that said that, why are you doing a siege? Because you're a mercenary, you can't take a fief. Yeah, I do know that. Thank you for letting me know. I don't know why. But, yeah. Anyway, the point is that, we're obviously not able to take a fief, I know that. But the main reason why I was doing it, which I actually thought I explained in the previous episode, was the fact that I could then get the defenders to rally outside, and hopefully, as a result of that, gain a huge amount of renown. Because obviously the only thing that is actually currently restricting our power level, if I wanted to use that terminology, then I can, obviously, but yes. Yeah, the only thing that is restricting our power level right now, technically, is the fact that we have not very many units, right? So whenever we enter a battle, or whenever we enter something like this, for example, we always end up with a battle disadvantage. And obviously because this is great. Walking uphill, fantastic. But yeah, obviously whenever we're doing this, and whenever we're fighting some, vassal who has about 150 units or something, they're obviously going to outnumber us considerably. And if we were to, do something a little bit different and actually have, maybe 100 units of our own, we might actually be able to make a big difference in the grand scheme of things. And obviously that's going to mean that we'll then be able to level up units a little bit faster, we'll be able to eliminate vassals, we'll be able to intimidate vassals more likely, which is obviously kind of the main reason why you would want to have a big army to begin with, because obviously if you don't want to fight a vassal and he's running away from you, then that's the best situation. But, if you actually do want to fight him, then obviously you can. And I think that's a pretty good way to go about things. I have noticed that I've lost a bunch of hero adventurers so far, which is really, really sad. I'm going to actually tell them to go away now. I'm going to tell them to sort of pull back a little bit. We're just going to sort of mop them up. And it actually does seem like they're running away now, which is really quite sad as well, because obviously, we actually did lose, I think, 3 hero adventurers. Obviously, as I've said beforehand, my hero adventurers do level up a little bit faster, a little bit faster than normal, but they still take a long, long time. And I might just get 1 or 2 level ups per battle, dependent on the size of the battle. If the size of the battle is like this, then I should probably gain about 1 or 2, which is pretty reasonable considering, because obviously the normal hero adventurers, they take a huge amount of time. I mean, it's just silly the amount of time that they take, but obviously they are meant to take that long, because obviously, they're very good units. But there you go, there's actually 16 renown for us, which is not bad. As you can see, our surgery skill was absolutely pitiful on the hero adventurers side here. But the maiden adventurers, on the other hand, they were all wounded. So I'm pretty happy with that. That's not too bad. And other than that, we obviously have Lethal Duran doing his very best. Oh yeah, and also I do need to go and get Donovan. Yeah, I need to go and get Donovan. I actually thought that Donovan would actually come back to me, but no, it seems like I do actually need to go and get him. I actually forgot about that, because usually I don't loan my companions to any vassal, no matter what, because it's kind of annoying to sort of, like, go and collect them like it is right now, so yeah. Anyway, I have also not yet done the companion thing, but I'm going to be doing that off screen, the one that I said that I'd do, you know, but yeah, okay, so let's have a look. Caliph Barman, of course, okay, so July 30th, what, oh my, he's had him for well, basically 3 weeks, which is really bad. Alright, so I guess I'm going to head down to Deshar territory, and I'm also going to be doing a little bit of customizing of our companions, so then we can use the automatic looting system. Alright, so there you go. I've done absolutely everyone here, and they're all going to be upgrading their own, you know, unique style of loot. Now, obviously, I have prevented Sigismund from gaining a mount, because obviously his two-handed sword cannot be used on a mount, as far as I'm aware, unless that has been changed recently. I don't think it has. But, other than that, we're going to go and try and find Caliph Barman now, and... oh, yeah, oh, no. Okay, so, yeah, I've actually... the village of Bwilin, okay. The village of Bwilin, where is that? Oh, my... that's absolutely awful. Okay, I'm going to have to check that here. But yes, as I was saying, I actually seem to remember a comment that told me of a very, very good castle to siege. Oh, wow, he's all the way over here. Alright, well, we're not at war against the Bacchus Empire, so we should be absolutely fine. Obviously, if we come across any unique spawns or something like that, then we should be... ooh, we should be actually doing pretty well there. Well, maybe not Igram the Devourer or any of the snake cults, because obviously they're going to be impossible for us. But yeah, there you go. Lord Andre, thank you very much. 7,800 dinars. And we're going to be making our way on to Bacchus Empire territory. Yeah, so unfortunately I have forgotten. I actually reminded myself before the episode began, but there's just so much to do. So much to do, so much to see. And unfortunately, some of the time, things can... slip through the cracks, as it were. So anyway, it seems like we are actually hopefully gonna make good time here. It seems like they are actually fighting pretty badly. Ooh, the Dread Legion. Look at the Dread Legion. They have 1,487 prisoners. I cannot believe it, really. They are insane. Absolutely insane. Okay, so yeah, seeing as this is just travel time and we're just gonna, you know, do a quest and stuff, I am probably just gonna cut away for now, and I think I'm probably going to try and siege, I think, probably Valor Shield Castle. Maybe I should do the Knighthood Order quest as well, because obviously we can technically take on some Jatu now, but obviously I do have to check some of the taverns for things, because we have 91 capacity now, and it might be a really good idea to, you know, actually get a couple more of these really good units so that they can level up. So yeah, I'll try and do something like that too. Alright, so what I have done is I went to Senderfall, and I thought to myself, okay, so there's not much more I can do apart from pick up a Knighthood Order quest and see what I can do about that, because obviously we are going to Jatu lands anyway, because I thought I might try to siege Valor Shield Castle and see if we can get some troops to rally outside. And then from there, hopefully we'll gain some renown, and also from this we'll be able to complete another Silver Mist Ranger Knighthood Order quest. Hopefully we'll be able to do that. So yeah, otherwise, we do have a pretty sizable army now. We have 91, which is our maximum. And the main reason for that is that I was able to find, I think, 4 adventurers, and then I leveled up a couple of Bacchus nobles and things from them, and yeah, that's pretty good actually. So let's just see what I'm doing here. Yeah, I probably need to charge in, don't I? Yes, probably need to charge in. Ooh, and these guys are obviously going to want to focus me, which is not very nice of them. But yeah, most of them have lances, so I'm a little bit worried about them, to be honest, because they are going to probably tear our maiden adventurers apart with the... yeah, with the lances. It's not very nice, is it? No, it's not very nice at all. So... maybe if I... Oh, no! Really? Okay. Well, yeah, maybe if I can, I would like to survive this, if at all possible. I think that would be kind of nice, but if I'm unable to, then, well, that's just how it has to be, but... Come on, yeah. Really? Really? Did I not get him in the crosshairs there? Seems like I didn't. Well, that's a shame. What about that guy? Yeah, take that, Jatu Raider. Okay, so... Yeah, a number of you have actually suggested that I get an ebony sword, and I'm going to try and do that, but obviously I haven't really checked the marketplaces, very often anymore, because well, it's a bad habit, I don't actually check the weapon marketplaces that much, so probably going to have to try and do that. I would very much appreciate it if our maiden adventurers could stop getting killed, though. It's hilarious how that always seems to happen, though. As soon as you have, like, really good units, they always seem to die in the most hilarious ways, because, obviously, the Jatu, they're very good, they have lances, they're very able to take out your very, very priceless units extremely quickly and easily. Unless they get stopped, obviously, but yeah, most of the time they're not going to get stopped, and it's going to be very, very difficult for us to be able to do anything against them. Now, I have seen a number of... Oh yeah, I should also mention the book, by the way. I was unable to find a book merchant by the time that the Noldor relation book was read, because otherwise I would have been able to switch and read another book. As far as I'm aware, I think you can actually do that. So, yeah, because it would have been kind of nice to, shall we say, lure them into fights. But as it stands, I'm unable to do that because, again, the book was read without me actually finding another book merchant. Now, the only thing that I can say, which is kind of good about that, is that they no longer attack us. So the Noldor will no longer attack us. It's kind of a double-edged sword. It's good and it's bad for them to not be attacking us. So, yeah, I suppose that's fine, because now I can basically just stand next to them and they're perfectly happy with me. Whereas before, obviously, they'd try to kill me. But yeah, now it's, it's pretty reasonable. So there you go, there's 13 right now, not bad. And we did lose 5 maiden adventurers, which I have to admit is ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous. Absolutely do not appreciate that at all. But obviously we're able to take a couple of these, which are not exactly great. I mean, I would have appreciated them to have, peasant women or something, because then I could have probably, replaced the ones that I actually lost. But I suppose I'm going to just be taking a couple here. We're probably going to be placing all these guys at the top here, so that they can enter the battle first, and if they die, it doesn't really matter so much. And I know that sounds a bit callous, but it's the way it is. It's the way it is. I would very much like to free up the spaces anyway, and if these guys die instead of a hero adventurer, for example, then I am absolutely fine with that. No problem at all there. So let's get another 2 hero adventurers. As you can see, I have 8 now. As I said, I'm very much hoping to get about 50 total of those units, and then maybe from that we'd probably be able to do something relatively good with the claimant, but obviously at the moment, I don't think that's looking very likely. I mean, the claimant is going to be very difficult, but we can probably deal with almost any vassal now, apart from the stronger ones, obviously. I think any vassal that has about 200 units, maybe 180, maybe 160, dependent on the army composition, they're probably going to be too difficult, or at the very least, they're going to cause us major casualties, so we're going to be unable to, do anything from there. But yeah, I'm actually doing something wrong here. I'm actually not allowing our people to select things. There you go. Everyone's getting new stuff, which is actually pretty nice. Shall I press it again and see if that makes a difference? No, it doesn't seem to. So there you go. Everyone now has new stuff. I'm actually unsure what they took. I'm a little bit worried that one of them is actually forgetting something really, really nice now. But, well, I'm going to trust. I'm going to trust the system. Alright, there you go. Okay, so yeah, Donovan and Sigismund are upset at each other, and we also have a new companion, as you may have seen here, Sir Jocelyn. Sir Jocelyn has now joined us, as well as Sir Roland, and Sir Jocelyn has a problem with Deve, as far as I'm aware, so yeah, that's not particularly good, because I am pretty sure, yeah, Jocelyn actually has 6 in engineering. Deve gives us nothing, but he has been with us for much longer, so I'm actually a bit conflicted in that regard. But, as you can see, there's Warlord Zolkar over there. He has a lot of units, shall we say. A lot of deadly units that we probably don't want to be dealing with right now. I should probably go to White Stag Castle, if anything. But as you can see, we now have easily over the amount. And, yeah, that's perfectly fine with me. So, let's see. Brigands, and there's the Noldor as well. Let's try and avoid these armies, thank you very much. I would like to find some forest bandits. One of you did actually say that you could find forest bandits in the Noldor forest, which is actually here, obviously, so it would be kind of nice if we could do that. But I'm not holding out much hope, because I don't know whether I've actually found any forest bandits ever before here. The only time I may have found some is maybe at the beginning of the game when the Noldor aren't very, you know, prevalent around here, but as you can see, there's huge amounts of them, and these guys are just insane. They're really, really powerful, as we all know, and anything in the area is just gonna get vaporized, literally. And is there anything? No, all I can see is Noldor patrols. Obviously, they are going to be a bit difficult to deal with here. The Noldor patrols are obviously going to not follow me, so maybe it was a fatal error for me to actually, you know, get them to be neutral with us. But I was kind of thinking that maybe if we were going to be, you know, doing a claimant quest, that maybe we would expand into Salian's territory a little bit. Who knows? I mean, it really depends on the situation at the time, but I'm very much hoping that someone is going to launch some attacks maybe against Ravenstern, and then we'd be able to actually take something, and it would be kind of nice if we could have a garrison, for goodness sake, because right now having a garrison would be absolutely priceless. It would be really nice. Okay, so here's a ladder castle. Are we going to try it? I guess we'll try it, because we are technically neutral with the Noldor. Oh, there we go. Okay, so now if these guys do not rally outside and they don't come out to meet us, then I'm just going to retreat, okay? So let's see. Yeah, there you go. They are doing it. So 41 renown. That is perfectly fine with me. I am more than happy with that. And we do have a bunch of archers. And obviously Salian, you know, they have a bunch of halberdiers. So this is going to be pretty nice for us. Oh yeah, here we go. And also do bear in mind that most of our cavalry also have ranged weapons. So this is going to be even more tasty, even tastier than, you know, you would expect. So come on, cavalry. Can you actually start shooting? Well, obviously they're moving into position, but still, I would very much like them to start shooting. There we go. Okay, so yeah, the hero adventurers have bows, and the maiden adventurers have crossbows. So we have a good mixture there. Obviously, we don't have too many of them right now, but as you can see, this is... Oh my, they actually have 200 units. They are literally sallying out with 200 units. With 200. With what? What? Okay. I was not expecting that. I thought they were going to come out with 50. Or 100 at the very most. But that is hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Okay. I actually don't know whether we'll be able to do this. I think we might actually be able to, considering they're all kind of running in here and dying rather hilariously, but wow, that is interesting. Suffice it to say, I'm going to tell my infantry to charge in now, and I think I'm probably going to tell my cavalry also to charge in, because otherwise our infantry are going to get absolutely swarmed, and hopefully our archers are going to do a good enough job in covering us that we won't have too many worries. But this is for 41 renown, right? 41 renown is actually pretty difficult to get unless you obviously do a tournament, and that requires a lot of travel time. So this is pretty good because obviously it's going to give us a bunch of level ups. It's also going to get us the renown, and it's not going to get us any loot as far as I'm aware. And it's actually rather hilarious because I don't think it's... I mean, that's the thing. Yeah, I know we can't actually capture any castles or anything, but this is going to weaken this castle so severely that maybe the Ravenstern are going to be like, oh, no, it seems like there's a weakened fief over there. Let's go and take it. Yeah, that might actually be the case, but yeah, probably what I should have done was reduce the battle size, because my battle size right now, I believe, is on 500 and... is it 525 or whatever the default value for Pendor is nowadays? Because before it just used to be the same as your regular, you know, regular battle size, which was perfectly fine with me, but obviously they wanted to change that a little bit, the developers, so they decided, hey, okay, we're gonna change it up a little bit. Okay, so what did we lose? Well, we lost 2 adventurers, which obviously is pretty harsh, but we didn't lose any hero adventurers, which is fine, and we didn't lose any maidens at all, so that's great. Okay, so 238. Alright, so I'm not going to be doing that again. There's only 20... Oh my, really? Really? There's only 25 remaining. I really don't know. I really don't know. If that's going to happen every time, taking castles is going to be extremely easy. I mean, I've never seen that happen before. I mean, with the exception of obviously having a big battle size, but really, I've never seen that before, where you're able to take out, what is it, 90%? Yeah, basically 90% of the garrison in one rally outside, which is just, oh, that is rather silly, isn't it? Anyway, there you go. There's a little bit of a renown boost, and I'm probably going to be heading back to hand in this quest as well. Maybe I'll try and fight a small bandit party, not bandit party, small Jatu party on the way back, just to get a little bit more rating, and we'll see how that goes. So I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.